We are here with Alborz from Snapcard, and we're going to ask a few questions that weren't answered by the panel before. So, Alborz, we talked a lot about challenges and about failures, but we didn't discuss the factor which is the most fun. So, what was the moment when you felt, wow, it's so worth it, it's amazing, it's fantastic?
A few of them is like when you win a good client,
Okay.
that for sure. So clients that you've been working on to get that is great. Another one that I have often is when you're just in a store and you realize random people are using your product,
Okay.
and or when you meet people randomly and they know what you do, which is
Okay.
good. I mean, they know what Snapcard is, and that excites a lot. So that's the more of the fun part of it. Those sides.
All right, so do people approach you and say, hey, Mr. Snapcard?
No, not that, but I'm just saying when I talk to them
All right.
and I tell them I work for Snapcard and they know what it is, then
Okay.
I'm pretty pleased that they know what it is.
What do you do when you go through a low phase? What do you do to motivate yourself?
Motivate. It helps a lot if you talk to entrepreneurs who are in the same boat.
Okay.
That helps a lot. And then just like switching off with friends is also very, very helpful. That for sure. And trying to. Sometimes you go into low phase and then you don't want to work, but sometimes you go into low phase and you say, okay, now let's change, and you actively actually work more. So that helps to fix the problem.
Okay, all right. We heard today that being an entrepreneur is glorified. I personally believe in that as well. So what is your personal definition of an entrepreneur?
My personal is somebody who understands the pains and the pleasures of it, so both sides, who pushes through. I truly think persistence is the most important trait you need to have. After the fact that you've taken a leap of faith and believing something and left everything behind, but then persistence and focus are the most important traits you need to have for a good entrepreneur.
What is that one advice that you would give to any aspiring entrepreneur?
Yeah, definitely. When you do choose what to do, make sure it's worth it. Make sure it's something that's feasible and works out. But then focus on it. Don't get distracted. Don't do other things on the side, and gather as much as feedback as you can in the initial stage. Always, but especially in the beginning, don't be scared of somebody stealing your idea. It's irrelevant. You have to get as much as feedback as you can in order to make sure that what you're doing makes sense, or be agile from the beginning to shift the product.
Makes sense, okay. What is that one essential part about entrepreneurship that you were not aware of when you started your business, but then it just opened your eyes?
There's a lot of them. The hassles of legal and incorporation, stuff like that for sure. The one thing that I didn't know that was as crucial as it actually is, and when I started, is team building and culture. So these are things that I realized down the line. I had to really, really work hard on them to improve them, because I realized how important they are for the success of a business.
True. You said that one of the key factors is human capital, is human beings, is relationships. I would definitely sign that. Yeah.
It's the most important part.
Okay. How big is your team right now?
We're about 30 people. We're 20 in Dubai, and then between Bahrain, Kuwait, and Turkey, the other 10.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your
pleasure.
time and all the best.
My pleasure.